What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, a little bit sick boy here. Bringing you guys our Week 11 match for NCL Season 4 Zubstrika taking on Mortal and the Philadelphia Pichus. Unfortunately, I had the aspect wrong on the live comm. I had it set to this battle replay versus live battle. Um, so it all got cut off, and all you could see were Mortal's Pokemon and none of mine. So we're going to be post-comming this one, and hopefully it'll work out and I'll be able to get my thoughts across and whatnot. I've had nothing to play for the last couple weeks here, but this week I'm trying because I want to eliminate Mortal. I mentioned it in the team builder. Be very satisfying, so that's what we're doing. In terms of his team, he could have brought Lando Eye, it's Sheer Force, Eternal Floette, Arachnid, Shaman, Moltres, Crustle, Mega Gallade, Jirachi, Haxorus, Electros, and Exploud. I was definitely expecting the Arachnid over the Electros. Everything else I thought was probably going to come. I prepped for the Shaman, although not as much as I probably should have. I still did prep for the Shaman. I thought it was maybe more likely that the Moltres would come over the Shaman, but here we are. So in terms of my team, you should check out the team builder, but I'll really quickly go over it. I'm Spadef, Bronzong, Fizdef, Vaporeon, Fizdef, Talonflame, Standard Offensive DNC, Bandit Hoopa, and Scarf Chomp. And so I'm just going to lead off with my Hoopa. It's got a really good matchup against a lot of things here, and if he did want to lead off with the Jirachi, which I expect is going to be Scarfed, he's brought a few of the same sets over and over and over again. I figure from Team Preview it's probably going to be Life Orb Lando, it's probably going to be SD Mega Glade, it's probably going to be Specs Floette. It's probably going to be Scarf Jirachi. That's kind of what I'm anticipating because that's what he's been bringing over and over again. So first up is going to be my Hoopa. And obviously this Jirachi threatens me out with U-turn. If he's Scarf, he'll be outspeeding me if I was Scarf, but I'm not Scarf. So my pivot here is Talonflame to get Rocky Helmet Chip on this because I don't anticipate that he's going to have Wish Pass into this from the Floette or himself. And I can potentially get a burn, which is exactly what's going to happen on the Talonflame play. I'm going to get Rocky Helmet Chip and get the Flame Body burn on him. So super unlucky for him, but really good for me. Really good for me. So we are going to be able to get in the Talonflame here. Obviously, Electros is quite a problem for us, but I don't anticipate it being Scarf Electros, so I'm going to be able to U-turn out on the Electros, get a little bit of chip on it. This is one of the most annoying Pokemon for me. I didn't prep for it very well, and I didn't really bring a lot that can deal with it, especially if it's a U-turn variant. Then it can also deal with Hoopa, so that's a problem. So I'm just going to pivot into my Garchomp here on the U-turn. We see that it's max HP, and I'm going to get in Garchomp on the Volt Switch. So super solid play for us. I can Dragon Claw, weaken this even more. It's going to do quite a chunk, and based on the Giga Drain damage, that's definitely max special attack. So I really think that this is probably some sort of Assault Vest fully specially offensive variant with like Flamethrower for the Bronzong and maybe T-Bolt, Volt Switch, Giga Drain kind of thing. I'm not sure what he would need Giga Drain for. Perhaps the DNC. Could be Flash Cannon as well. I looked it up to see what coverage it gets for DNC. Or Hidden Power Rock or something. He's going to bring in the Jirachi on the next Dragon Claw. It does quite a lot. It basically shows me that it's no bulk Jirachi, and I'm just going to punish the Jirachi once again with the Talonflame switch. I could have punished him by staying in with Chomp, but he's going to bring in my Glade and then double into Electros. So I went for the U-turn, and I get a nice crit there. It's not going to matter all that much, because he was in range of a Diamond Storm from DNC either way, and this thing doesn't have recovery. I was really anticipating... I wasn't anticipating the Gallade double. I knew I lived every hit except for like a rock attack from the Gallade with my Talonflame, so I chose to U-turn out there, knowing that I would go first anyways. I am outspeeding max speed Mega Gallade, which is what I anticipate him to be for my Mega DNC anyways. But Mega DNC is just going to get to come in here and click Diamond Storm. I thought about clicking sub, but Giga Drain was going to break a sub, and the Jirachi was going to come in anyways, so I'm just going to go back into Talonflame, punish it on the U-turn once again, as he's not going to make the Iron Head play, and Floette's going to come out. So I get to U-turn on the Floette, sort of see what damage it's going to do to me anyways, and go to my Bronzong. Psychic does 0. That does show to be very offensive, and seeing leftovers is quite curious to me. I'm not entirely sure why we're seeing leftovers there. A little bit strange. This is somewhat of a free opportunity for me to get up Stealth Rocks. They don't do all that much to this team. I could definitely just click Gyro Ball here with the Jirachi as low as it is. But I also like the chip of rocks if there is some switching games going on here. So the Shaman's going to come in on the Bronzong. I figure I can pretty much wall the Shaman and maybe break the sub with Psywave, which does not happen. Unfortunately, we don't break the sub on the first time, and so this is very obviously a sub-seed variant, and he's going to be able to get up another sub here. So as he basically goes back to full HP, this is going to be really annoying. So my play here is actually to go into my Talonflame now. It's my play most definitely to get in my Talonflame and be able to break this thing sub consistently. And Flamethrower is going to do quite a chunk to it. So obviously he's got the seed on me, but we're going to find out now when he goes for an attack that I'm doing over half. I'm doing over half. So, you know, despite getting the leaf seed damage on me, he's weakened my Talonflame. It was my primary Jirachi and Gallade response, so I am going to have to get up a Roost later on into the game. But I can successfully either hit this Shaman, kill something with Flamethrower, or just U-turn out. And I believe I'm going to make the play and U-turn into my Hoopa here, just because I thought that that was the best idea. He's not going to sub on me for sure, and so Seed Flare is going to miss anyways, and Hoopa's in. Basically what's going to happen is that I'm going to be able to click Zen Headbutt here pretty freely. I thought about clicking Hyperspace Fury, but I didn't want to open myself up to Mega Gallade coming in. He still has no idea what set I am, and so I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt because it'll kill whatever. So I'm going to be able to kill this Jirachi with the Zen Headbutt, and then Mega Gallade is going to come in. Now, this is where things get a little bit sketchy, because my Talonflame can't take a close combat from this range. So I'm going to have to sack something off, and unfortunately Vaporeon looks like it's going to be the least useful member of the team. So I'm just going to go into my Vaporeon and unfortunately sack it off. I wish that I didn't have to, but I'm max Fizdef Vaporeon and I'm getting two-shot by the close combat from this, so it's a big yikes for me. But Talonflame gets to come in and it gets to Roost, which is pretty solid. This Lando is most likely going to have Rock Slide for me, and Bronzong is almost always, basically always my play. Sludge Wave is a really strange play. Bronzong was designed to handle this Lando, and at this stage of the game, it's really free for me to just click Gyro Ball. The Shaman's at a range, it's sitting at 51%. So the roll on Gyro Ball was 37 to 44 or something, or 37 to 46, I can't remember. Shaman's at 51, it'll be at 39 after rocks, and then a Gyro Ball's got a really good chance to kill itself, really good chance. So that's what I'm going to do, is go for the Gyro Ball here. It's pretty free against whatever wants to come in. The Shaman actually takes 13, so it rounded down, and then I still min-rolled the Gyro Ball, unfortunately, against the Shaman. Luckily for me, I can just click it again. There's really no reason for me not to just click Gyro Ball over and over again. He shows Calm Mind Floette, but I don't know why that was the play. Gyro Ball always killed it. Mega Gallade probably should have been the play. And I just get to go into my Talonflame here on the close combat, and we're going to get a burn on the Gallade. So what I could have kept doing was just kept going for Roost on the Gallade over and over and over again. He was just going to keep taking Rocky Helmet Chip. And now that he's burned, he becomes a complete unthreat to me. -1 Gallade still really specially bulky, and so he ends up living the Flamethrower, but he's not going to live the Flamethrower plus the burn damage. Lando obviously has Rock Slide. I went into Bronzong here not knowing if he would also be Scarf Lando or not, which I'm not sure if he is or not, but I've got the HP Ice here to two-shot the Lando, and we're just going to be able to pick up this game nice and 5-0. So we move ourselves to 9-2 plus 27. I'd obviously already secured a playoff spot, but there's only one scenario, I believe, where I don't get first seed now, and that's if Jay basically destroys both of his games, both of his last games here, and outpaces me for first place. I just want to double check one thing here, because my best record in this league was my season 1 record, and I can't remember. I was 10-2 plus something, plus 30 something I should say, and I can't remember if it was plus 31 or not, because I might be able to break my own record in the league, which would be pretty solid, and I would love to do that. So yeah, 10-2 plus 31 was my record way back in season 1. And so it'd be really nice if I could beat that. I would need to 5-0 my last game, or tie it and 4-0 my last game. I don't think it's all that necessary for me to do. I don't really have anything to prove to myself. I've kind of been dominant this season. I've beaten the majority of the better players in the league. I've taken down in matches. I dodged Jay, which was pretty lucky, and I dodged Vanderl, which was pretty lucky, but I did end up playing pretty well against quite a few of the players this season. So pretty much all there is to it. Next week we take on Nacho. Final week of the regular season, we take on Nacho and the Detroit Terravolts. We will have at least a quarterfinals match. In the team builder for Nacho, I'll probably be able to go a little bit more accurately into who I'm going to play in round one. There are a ton of teams at 5-5 right now, so it seems really likely. I'm locked into either first or second seed at this point. With that ninth win, I'm locked into a top 2 seed, so I'll play either 7th or 8th place, which at the moment I'm playing Hamu again, which I really don't want to do. Or if I finish in second, I'm playing Banderil, which I also don't really want to do. So there's not all that much to think about there. I'm probably not going to take my prep against Nacho all that seriously. He's in contention for one of the bottom 2 playoff seeds right now, and if I have to play him in quarterfinals, it wouldn't benefit me at all to build seriously for him and post a team builder for it. So what I might end up doing is record the team builder, post it as a private video, and then unprivate it or something along the way as we get to playoffs. Or if I do end up playing Nacho in the first round, I may or may not upload week 12 at all on time, or I'll upload them both as private videos and then unprivate the videos after my quarterfinals match with Nacho potentially. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Again, we play Nacho next week, and the Detroit Terravolts. He's really in the hunt for a playoff spot, so we'll probably be taking that match seriously, and there probably won't be any memes, which would be for the best because I don't want to meme the last week. I'd rather be fresh and on my toes. So again, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.